What is MFA? MFA is a systematic assessment of the flows and stocks of materials within a system defined in space and time. It is also a systematic reconstruction of the way a chemical element, a compound, or a material takes through the natural or economic cycle. MFA is an important tool to study the biophysical aspects of human activity, method of industrial ecology, and industrial ecosystem. For your information, there are various goals of MFA, which is first, improve environmental performance, second, waste reduction, third, decrease operational costs, and fourth is recycling. There are various industrial ecological design principles related to MFA, such as controlling pathways for material use and industrial process, creating loop closing industrial practice, systematizing patterns of energy use, and balancing industrial input and output to natural ecosystem capacity. Okay, let's see how material flow analysis on making coffee. Process of making coffee involves 4 stages, which are unpacking, grinding, filtering, and boiling and brewing. The coffee is estimated to be ready in 10 minutes. The pictures illustrate input and output in making coffee. Input means material or ingredient used before the coffee is produced, while output means the waste produced during and after making the coffee. Framework include the process of grinding, boiling water, and making coffee. For the input, we have coffee beans, water, filter. And for the output, we have powder, grounds, coffee, and used filter. The table shows the quantitative overview of making coffee. The complete process of making coffee consists of input and output. The input and output must be equal to indicate the total mass of the material that have been used are also the total waste is produced. Here is the quantitative overview of subsequence of making coffee. It also has the input and output. The input and output has the same total, which is 261 grams. From the process of making coffee, we cannot determine what materials transfer and take place in a flow process of making them. So, what we need is a diagram that shows all of this. Sankey diagram, also known as a visualization technique that allows to display flows of input and output, also represents all the primary energy that flows into a production process of product. Making coffee look like a simple task to do, but do you know that some of the ingredients used are being wasted? So, from the Sankey diagram flow, we can determine the input and output of the process, which later can be useful to describe whether the production of coffee is efficient or not.